and I usually stream on Twitch, but this is my first YouTube video now, and I'm very excited to tour another island that I just finished. It's so good to see you. Today we're gonna visit Neraidia, which is an island that I finished last week. The name Neraidia came from the word Neraidia in Greek, which means fairy. I'm Greek, and my grandpa used to take me to a little lake in our hometown, and he always said this was a place where the fairies lived together. I dedicated this island to my grandpa, even though it has a sad theme that I'm gonna talk about in a second. It's dedicated to him, it has some kind of hints. I chose the name because I wanted to go for something magical and kind of very secret and mysterious, and kind of this lake that I visited with my grandpa really fits, so I chose it. And let me talk a little bit about the story of the island. This is the map. We have me as a villager in there, but it's not really my house. Like, the house is more like a little shrine. We have Weber, who's kind of looking over the campsite, which got raided. And also, can we talk about Weber? Like, he looks like Levi from Attack on Titan. I'm sorry if you can't unsee that now. Then we have Cephalobot. Make sure that you don't miss that house. It's a little bit hidden, just a little heads up. Yeah, he's doing some secret things. Make sure to visit his house if he's at home. We have Ione. I felt like Ione was so perfect for this island and also gave me some inspo for a new island. Ione could be a squirrel that was kind of infected from the radioactive material all over the island, and this is why she's glowing and why she has an unusual color, and also her area looks so cool. I can't wait to show it to you. We have Drake. Drake is so cute. In terms of story, he has a little library, and all of the villagers visit him if they want to know something about the island or just want to know some knowledge in general. We have Drago. He loves fishing, and he always loves to cook for everyone, so people meet at his house and they have some good lunch together or dinner. Yeah, he just loves all of the company. We have Dobie, who's a reference for my grandpa. I also did his interior as I would like to do it for my grandpa. He has a little spot close to the beach. My grandpa always loved the beach, and he has a little kitchen because he always loved to cook fries for me and gave me a little apple afterwards. So if you go in there, you will notice some references, and we love to play card games together. We have Bart Jr., who's kind of like I know he's a junior, but on my island, he's kind of like the grandpa of the island, and he likes to tell stories about everything. He and Dobie are the oldest villagers that are on the island, and everyone meets at this house, and he starts telling stories and horror stories and ghost stories. We have Rattle, who's a doctor, but if you go in there, it might not be your favorite option for a doctor, but just see it for yourself. I'm not gonna spoil you or anything. Roswell is not doing well. I can tell a little bit more when we reach his house. Shino, who's like a shrine maiden and takes care of the big shrine on the right side of the island. I really enjoyed the terraforming process. Let's start the tour. I hope that you like the story so far. Let's go. This was the first area I did on this island, so we started out the stream with this, and it was so much fun building this. We have this one car that kind of shows like it's a natural island, but it still has some kind of modern points on there. It was so much fun to build that. Like, we have a lot of terraforming, a lot of waterscaping in general. I really enjoyed doing that. I was so proud when I finished that build. And then you just continue here. You have Dobie's house and also Rattle's house on the left. Let's just go there. So Dobie's even at home. Oh, it's me! Hello! Hello! How are you? I can't leave this island. Oh no! I wonder what's happening. And then we have Rattle in the back, who kind of does some research here, so you can find some items. And also some waterscaping here. And I feel like it turned out really cute. The beaches are decorated on this island. Wait, why are all of my villagers here? And then we have Able Sisters kind of hidden behind this walls here, because honestly, Able Sisters just didn't kind of fit with the theme or anything, so I had to hide it away. And I also didn't have any space left at the end, so I left it on the beach and kind of hid it away. If you go up here, you can go back. Wait a second. And you will reach one of the builds that I'm super proud of It is my land bridge, and it's the first land bridge I ever did. I really love how deserted it looks, and we have all of the pillars, we have the glowing moss and everything. I have to say, when I saw the wines and the glowing moss items for the first time, I was like, that's it. I really have to do an island with all of those items. I really have to use them. And this was kind of the idea for Neraidia, and also then all of the radioactive idea came again and was added to it and everything, and yeah, here we are now. We have a lot of secret spots on this island. You can find them because the path kind of leads you to them, but you have to pay a little bit of attention to them. And if you go this way, you will find a little viewpoint, because I didn't know what to do with nooks, and ta-da! I made a junkyard out of it. I saw Sparksby participate in Build Wars and used nooks for a little junkyard build, and I was very inspired by that, and I was like, I think I'm also gonna use it because it fits the island theme, and we can just have a little store that's kind of like on a junkyard. All of the area around that, we have items, we have trash bags, we have all of those barrels, so and people just use Nooks Cranny as a little second-hand store or something. Yeah, so make sure to go to this viewpoint if you want to take a nice picture. Otherwise, you can just head straight to Nooks Cranny. I tried to build a little transition area from the junkyard to the more like natural part, and I have the mushrooms here on the right side, and on the left side we have more like technical things, so I hope I succeeded with that. And then you just go this way, and all of the messy items here, the cars, the junk all over. I really like that. I like how it turned out. And we have Roswell here, who has an UFO. It's a little bit of a joke, like they're not we don't actually have aliens here. Roswell loves conspiracy theories in the beginning. That was kind of his backstory, but the further we continued with kind of building this island, I made up a different backside story for him, but the UFO still stayed. The thing is that Roswell had a lover on this island, but one day they kind of disappeared, and since then Roswell's life fell apart, and he just moved to this junkyard. He just, like, go into his house, you will see he's not really doing well. His only kind of motivation is to leave this island, so he has a little lab here and wants to figure out what happens to the people that try to leave the island, because so many people try to leave and nobody made it back. And he's like, do they really leave, or is something bad happening? So yeah, poor Roswell, and I really enjoyed building that. I hope that you like it as well. We're gonna continue to the more natural part of the island. But also the area that has more radiation in general. So this is the mushroom forest where Ione lives in. All of the blue and white mushrooms, they got a lot of radiation, so this is why they're blue. I really like this area. It's a bit off topic in my opinion, but still I feel with the radioactive backstory it still kind of fits. And I think it's so cool that Ione glows in the dark. And this was so much fun to build. I also think I'm gonna upload a video of how we did that, a little speed run. Then make sure to not miss this. I hope. Oh no, I just noticed there's a lily of the valley that I forgot. Oh no, but it's okay. Let's just ignore that. It's not an accident. I wanted to have it there. Okay, but yeah, make sure to also go visit Cephalobot. I kind of tried to hide it. I don't know how many people will miss it, but if you go up there, you can find his house. Oh, he's not at home right now. He's just walking around here. But also there's a little secret that you can see here. If you wanna go in there, have fun. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but yeah, Cephalobot is living here on his own. Most people don't even know that he exists. He just has a little house here that's kind of hidden away, and it's very sus, because if you see where he lives at, he's just living next to the point of impact. So yeah, this is where the bad thing happened a long time ago. You can still see a lot of radioactivity here with the glowing moss items. This was also a lot of fun to build equipment that's still here from like old times and everything. And if you leave, you still find some little areas that kind of remind of the time before the bad things happened. And you can see here that someone is mining the radioactive material, and we're gonna see in a second who it is. Or maybe not in a second, but in like a few minutes. And then here I was like, I really want an abandoned city part, so I used like all of those gazebos and I tried to make it look like little buildings. We have a lighthouse on the back and we have all of those nice items. I think it turned out quite cool. I also used like a different kind of road. I used this car and everything. You can't access this area, but I still think it's such a nice viewpoint to take some pictures in my opinion. Okay, let's continue. Here we can see everything. It's a nice photo spot. By the way, when I built this, I was like, oh, should I remove the bridge? I'm kind of not feeling it. But after I started decorating it, I was quite happy. And yeah, let's go to the left side first, where I have some villagers there. Again, a lot of mushrooms, a lot of bamboo trees. I also loved using different kind of trees for this island, because on my next island, I can't really do that. Like, I have to stay with 2 kinds of trees, and I'm a little bit sad. And we have another mushroom forest here. And this is Shinos' house in the middle of the nature, very close to the point of impact again. I was like, Shino is a deer that kind of got horns because of the radiation. Like, she didn't get it like immediately, but over generations and everything, her family started to get horns. And I was like, Shino is so perfect for this island theme as well. And if we go this way, oh god, a bug. I'm scared. But we can find Drago. As I said, Drago really loves fishing. He has his little fishing spot here. And also, like, I really love Drago's house by default. I just changed it a little bit. But also his house from the inside looked so good. I was speechless. But yeah, he's living here. He's fishing. He's enjoying his life. And also, I felt like Drago was such a cool idea for this island, because he looks a little bit like a dragon. And again, it could be like a mutated kind of crocodile or something. So I was like, I really need Drago for this island. And yeah, this is a dead end, which is a bit sad, but let's go back and go back to the shrine area. Also, Shino lives super close to the shrine, which is perfect since she lives there and everything. And here you can see the little shrine. Some people gave an apple to it, so they pay their respects. It has a little graveyard here for all of the people who lived on this island before. And if you go up here, you can have a little view all over the shrine. Make sure to get in there. I feel like it turned out quite cute and quite nice, and I hope that you will like it as well. Also, one of the rooms is not accessible, and I had to block it off. And if you want to know what's in there, there's the bed where I had to upload the dream address. So it was a bit sneaky, but it was fun to do. And yeah, we have the statues in front of it, and everyone is praying there, so the island will be okay, and people will be able to leave the island one day. I hope they will succeed with that. And also I blocked off the beach on the right. I just added some kind of green items and everything, so it kind of aligns with the rest of the island. And we also have Ward Jr.'s house here. He's kind of taking care of the graveyard as well with Shino. And as I said, people go in there to just hear some stories and just talk a little bit and have a good time. Let's continue to the campsite. And the campsite is not such a nice story because people can't leave the island, but on the other hand, people can visit the island. And some people decided to just go to this island and start to raid it, which is not a kind thing to do, but they have the little campsite here. They have all of the things to eat. They're having a campfire and everything. Viva is taking care of they don't act up and destroy anything on the shrine, because the shrine's very holy, of course, and villagers don't want anyone to steal something from there, so Viva is keeping an eye on them. And also Viva has this little house here on the highest point of the island where he loves to live. I really love this combination of the plant item with the, I don't know, the kind of bags of seeds, or I don't know the item name, I'm so sorry. But I really love the combination of those two items and all of the mushrooms all over the island, the little rabbit and everything. I really like how this turned out, also with the campsite. And you can also just take a little seat here. Here we go. And look all over the campsite or just take a little picture and make sure that nobody's acting up. But again, another build that I really enjoyed doing, and it was one of the last builds that we did on this island. I kind of worked like clockwise. I started with the entrance at the airport and then I just slowly went from one area to the other. And there's also a viewpoint up there. Like you can just walk around that area here. Wait. It's a little bit cluttered. Also, oh, if you visit, let me know if you thought that it was too cluttered or not, because it was my first kind of cluttered island. And yeah, if you go up here, you can also take some pictures. Make sure to sit on the mushroom and yeah, enjoy the view. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I want you to go and visit it on your own. I'm being evil today. No, just kidding. But you can go down here, and as I said, I'm very proud that I decorated the beaches this time. Oh, Drake! Drake is so cute! Hello! Hello, hello. Yeah, the beaches are decorated, and we also see who's farming all of the like radioactive material. It's Blathers. He tries to use the radioactivity for energy and hopes that he will be able to use it for some kind of power source. So yeah, this is why he's doing some research. And I really love how nice the museum looks in its baby state for this island, right? It's so amazing. And then here you can see all of the items that people try to use to just leave the island. Also, yeah, not really a good hint here with the help me sign and the skeleton. So yeah, as I said, people try to leave, but they weren't that successful. Also, I'm feeling a little bit sorry for the raiders because they came here and they thought that they would like be able to go back, but I wonder if they are able to go back, or maybe they will team up with the villagers and try to find a solution. Who knows? Who knows what will happen on this island? A lot of waterscaping here, so you can just use those stones and kind of jump over there and find another decorated beach area. I really love the pond on the beach. Really such a nice addition to it. Because I feel like sometimes it's hard to kind of figure out how to fill up the beach. I just use some natural items. I use this pine tree, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. And then we have another viewpoint here. You can see my bed in the distance, which really fits with the island theme, right? But yeah, resident service again, it also didn't fit to the theme, so I just decided to add some castle walls to it. So it looks like a little ruined area, a little abandoned area. And you will also find some presents in front of it if you visit. And if you go back, give me a second. Let's jump over there. The resident service was also like one of the first builds that I did. We have a diagonal bridge here so you can get there. It was so much fun building this area again. All of the mushroom, the weeds, all of the different trees and the different growth stages. It was so much fun building that. Yeah, the resident service, don't forget to get all of the presents. And when we have an abandoned school, you can just see some parts that are still okayish and didn't get destroyed, and I used a little photo spot, but I really love kind of using this path and all of the flowers, all of the like the papers on the ground, the books, the green mom and everything. It's kind of a very sad build because you can imagine children were playing here and everything, and now it's just abandoned. But it was fun building that, and then also kind of fitting because we have Drake next to it, and he has this little library that he really enjoys. And I guess most of the books that he has in here came from the little school before it got in a super terrible state. I mean, it always was in a terrible state, but in general, he just took everything that he could save. And a little way here, I really was struggling because the residence service is a bit like kind of far away from the airport, and I was like, oh god, how should I connect those areas? But yeah, I have this little alley here with all of the mushrooms and all of the nice items, and I connected everything with each other. And I also think that we visited all of the parts of the island, which that was a quite quick tour, but I think because we didn't tour the villager homes, it didn't take that long, and I really want to leave you tour the villager homes. That was the tour, and I hope that you enjoyed it. You can find the dream address in the info, and let me know your guess as to what happened with the villagers that couldn't leave after you visited some of the villager houses. I wonder if you can figure it out, and let me know if you want to have a little bit more of a lore video for this island. I would love to do one. I'm so sad that I'm moving on to a new island because I really enjoyed doing this one. I will really miss this island, and I'm excited for my next project, but at the same time I'm a little bit scared and I wonder how it will turn out and everything. So I hope that you like the island tour. Feel free to subscribe if you want, and check out my Twitch. We stream 3 times a week, and on Saturdays we do wide-angled island tours. So if you want me to tour your island, feel free to say hello. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support, and see you next time. Bye bye.